Hey there, sports enthusiasts and history buffs. Welcome back to Tales of Titans, where we dive into the remarkable tales that have shaped the world as we know it. Today, get ready to step into the world of sports endorsements and shoe deals that change the game forever. From missed opportunities to billion-dollar partnerships, this story will leave you in awe. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content. And if you like what we are putting out, hit that like button. So, without further ado, let's lace up our sneakers and get right into it. Here's a great story on how to miss out on over $5 billion. In 1979, 20-year-old Irvin Johnson from Lansing, Michigan had a very important decision to make, as Converse, Adidas, and Puma eagerly pursued the young prospect's signature for a shoe deal. In present day, Magic Johnson wishes he gave a second look at the dark horse in the equation, Nike. It was his rookie year on basketball's marquee team, the Los Angeles Lakers, alongside the best player in the world at the time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and, between the flashy playing style and his big smile, every brand seemingly wanted some of the magic. If you have read the exceptional biography Shoe Dog by Nike co-founder Phil Knight, you'd be familiar with its humble beginnings as a fringe competitor in the basketball shoe market shortly before it would change the face of sports. If episode 6 of HBO's Winning Time is anything to go by, the ambitious Knight eagerly pitched a signature shoe to Magic in exchange for stock in the company. The first Nike IPO sold their shares for around 18 cents each. If you bought just one share in 1980, it would have turned into 128 shares, and that one share would be worth nearly $12,000 in the present day. It is estimated that the Magic Johnson Nike deal would have amounted to around $5.2 billion. Hindsight is 20/20. Magic Johnson proceeded to accept the far safer option of $100,000 from Converse, which was the dominant shoe in the market and was already linked to Magic's basketball idol Julius Erving, Dr. J. This, for the early 1980s, was a lot of money to be made here. While the signature shoe part of the deal is likely a bit of embellishment from HBO, the rest of this exchange is almost entirely true. As Magic himself explained, "When I first came out of college, all the shoe companies came after me. And this guy, Phil Knight, who had just started Nike, all the other companies offered me money, but they couldn't offer me money because they just started. So he said, 'Stock. I'm going to give you a lot of stock.' I didn't know anything about stock. I'm from the inner city. We don't know about stocks. Boy, did I make a mistake. I'm still kicking myself. Every time I'm in a Nike store, I get mad. I could have been making money off of everybody buying Nikes right now." If we ever get to a season 9 of Winning Time, we will see that Magic's divorce from Converse was a pretty messy one. Around a decade into their partnership, Magic explained to the Baltimore Sun that he planned to leave Converse after participating in the Olympics. Converse as a company is stuck in the 60s and 70s. They think the Chuck Taylor days are still here, Johnson said after U.S. Olympics basketball team practice. "I've never really been happy with them. Nike and Reebok pour money into advertising. I've been trying to get out for years." "It's been 12 unhappy years," he continued. "I'm calling them all the time, telling them how bad the company is." Nike probably doesn't have any hard feelings about a missed opportunity with Magic Johnson, as they ended up signing some hotshot new college basketball player named Michael that would be wearing Nike shoes in the NCAA Finals and in the NBA just 4 years later. We all know how that turned out for them. To add insult to injury, Nike would eventually acquire Converse for around $309 million in 2003. It's hard to feel sorry for Magic, though. He still went on to start Magic Johnson Enterprises, which has seen him invest in everything from fast food locations to professional sports to real estate. MJE has holdings of around $1 billion. Johnson himself is worth around $600 million and is considered to be one of the wealthiest athletes in the world. On the flip side of the coin, I'm sure you've heard about the most successful athlete endorsement deal in history and how Michael Jordan changed the game completely. But first, If you are enjoying our content, take a quick second and smash that like button. Now, get ready to dive into the athletic deal of the century. 39 years ago, an NBA rookie by the name of Michael Jordan inadvertently changed the sneaker game by signing an insanely lucrative Nike contract after Converse failed to meet his demands. The cultural ubiquity of Nike's Air Jordans almost goes without saying. To this day, from the feet of hip-hop artists in music videos to the feet of kids running around the streets, you can find a pair in pretty much every corner of the world. Because everyone, and we mean everyone, still wants to be like Mike. But in numbers, the partnership is far more impressive. How Nike created an athlete billionaire. During the 2022 financial year, the Nike Air Jordan brand generated $5.1 billion worth of revenue, with MJ himself reportedly pocketing 5%, or approximately $256.1 million. That's double his entire NBA career earnings in just a single year. For context, in the fiscal year prior, it was estimated Jordan, the man, pocketed around $240 million from Jordan, the brand, based on revenue amounting to $4.8 billion. According to Centuro Global, Michael Jordan has earned an estimated total of $1.3 billion from Nike. As Forbes correctly noted, while the Michael Jordan Nike contract irrefutably established the richest athlete endorsement deal in history and is widely considered as such, it should also be considered the biggest endorsement bargain in sports. How MJ created a sportswear giant. Nike is synonymous with some of the world's greatest athletes and record-breaking commercial success in the present era. But that wasn't always the case. As some of you may recall, thanks to Ben Affleck's Air, in which he also co-starred as Nike co-founder and CEO Phil Knight, alongside Matt Damon, Sonny Vaccaro, Jason Bateman, Rob Strasser, Chris Tucker, Howard White, Viola Davis, Dolores Jordan, and more, back in the 80s, it was nothing more than a fledgling company. A fledgling company, it's worth adding, that simply couldn't compete with the more established likes of Converse, the NBA's staple footwear at the time, or Adidas, who were stronger in every regard, from revenue to branding. After some negotiations and a whole lot of corporate seduction, Nike welcomed the legendary Chicago Bulls shooting guard to the family with an upfront commitment of $250,000 and his very own signature shoe line with a piece of the action. The sneakers that sold themselves, going above and beyond in the rookie year. The revolutionary new basketball shoe was a sports marketing dream. Association with his airness aside, the NBA was ready to fine the young gun $5,000 per game due to the amount of color Air Jordans showcased, which Nike happily paid for the free publicity. Nike fully leaned into the banned narrative and manufactured controversy for their own advertising campaign, highlighting the power and allure of individuality. The Air Jordan 1 ad also cheekily alluded to the real reason being some kind of performance advantage Nike's patented Air technology provided MJ. On October 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't keep you from wearing them. Air Jordans from Nike. Nike initially projected a reasonable $3 million worth of Air Jordan sneaker sales at the end of the 4-year term. In the first year alone, Nike would sell $126 million worth of units, almost solely because of Jordan's name, reputation, and sheer star power. This was, however, just the tip of the highly profitable iceberg, and the rest is history. Once again referring to analysis courtesy of Forbes, Michael Jordan paved the way for Nike to leave its competitors for dead. Nike now has a virtual monopoly in the once competitive basketball sneaker business. Nike and the Air Jordan brand's share of the performance basketball market was 86% as of 2019. Dominance was even more prevalent in the lifestyle basketball category, with a total 96% share. 77% of NBA players wore Nike Jordan shoes during the 2021-22 season, with the top 9 models produced by Nike. Nike's $40 billion in revenue during that same period was 60% more than Adidas, and 43 times what it was pre-Jordan. Nike's market cap, $166.44 billion, almost 6 times that of Adidas. The cherry on top? In 2003, Nike acquired Converse for just $309 million and Reebok for $3.8 billion 2 years later. That's the MJ effect, baby. As of 2023, Michael Jordan's net worth is an estimated $2 billion. And there you have it, folks, the incredible journey of 2 iconic athletes and the sneaker deals that altered the course of sports history. Magic Johnson's choice to pass on Nike's stock offer, and Michael Jordan's groundbreaking partnership with a swoosh-wielding giant, Nike, remind us that decisions can have ripple effects beyond imagination. If you found this exploration as fascinating as we did, make sure to show us some love by hitting that like button and subscribing for more mind-blowing stories from the past and present. As we sign off today, remember, sometimes a step in the right direction can be a leap into greatness. Stay curious and keep soaring, just like Magic and MJ.